Before the pandemic and the bushfires prevented us from making vacation plans, the quokka was getting close to replacing the kangaroo, koala, and the wallaby as Australia's most iconic animal.
There's a quokka, and that's what you need. A quokka is really what you need.
Quokkas are uniquely Australian and can be found only on Rottnest Island near Perth in Western Australia.
Yeah, it actually came from Rats Island because they thought they were giant rats.
Amy Kapernick is the developer behind Quokkabot, a bot with two main functions: identifying whether or not what you're looking at is a quokka. 2, getting images of quokkas.
We could always use a picture of a quokka or even being up close and personal with a quokka, but right now we definitely need that cuteness a little bit more. So I originally built Quokkabot as a WhatsApp bot that allowed you to request a picture of a quokka using very advanced AI known as an if-else statement with a regex test. I did that using a Twilio function, which is they use serverless functions, and that was really easy to set up and link to my WhatsApp number. So I wrote that in JavaScript in the Twilio serverless function.
The second version of Quokkabot identified whether or not the image you sent was a quokka.
So we then integrated cognitive services to identify whether an image that was sent in contained a quokka in it or not. So that's using the Azure Cognitive Services Custom Vision Image Classification library. So I gave it a bunch of pictures and said these are quokkas, and then I gave it a bunch of pictures and said these are not quokkas, and then I trained it from there. And so it will then tag images whether or not it is a quokka or not. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and say hi. And now we know I haven't attached an image, I haven't included the word error, issue, or wrong, and I haven't included the word quokka. So I should get back a message that says welcome to Quokkabot. There we go. It says welcome to Quokkabot. I can do a bunch of things that have to do with quokkas. Need a picture of a quokka? Just ask. Not sure if you've seen a quokka, send in a picture and I'll tell you if there's a quokka in it. So that's done exactly what we want it to do. I can then ask, can I have a quokka, if I can spell quokka right? And now this should send me a picture of a quokka, which should hopefully be different. Oh no, it sent me the same picture of a quokka, but that's still cute. There's a picture of a quokka. And I can also send in a picture. Picture, let's send that one in. So this will then send it through to cognitive services and will tell me whether or not it thinks there's a quokka in this photo. Yep, it's pretty sure that it looks like a quokka, and that's really cool because it's also sent me a picture of a quokka. And if I send through, here's one. I don't think this looks like a quokka, but we'll see what Quokkabot says and should get the results back. And nope, that doesn't look like a picture of a quokka. 100% sure that my dog is not a quokka, which is pretty good, but it says that's pretty sad though. So here's a picture of a quokka. I've had a couple of friends who wanted to expand it for different animals. So I have a friend who wants to make red panda bot. Someone mentioned wanting to do a New Zealand version and doing like a kiwi bot. So expanding on the animals that they have. That's one of the reasons why I also love Quokkabot as well, is if anybody's wanting to get started with playing around with this, it's really easy to tweak it and do their own different thing. So without having to come up with the idea of a project, they can already have something they can sort of apply themselves to start to get their head around a practical application of learning and using machine learning. If you liked this video, be sure to check out some of the other videos on the Twilio Devs channel as well to see what other cool projects people have been building with the Twilio APIs.